news to finish. Doing a last few minute things. Doing a disco show today. And I have no notes whatsoever. I'll be winging it.
Inspector Lincoln Sycamore says traffic is expected to be heavy around Baker Road at 1 o'clock and at the Wharerangi Lawn Cemetery from 3 o'clock. He says a large number... Still got a bit of time yet before I press play on some music. The union representing senior doctors says it's disappointing that Health New Zealand is continuing to cut jobs. Te Whatu Ora has revealed a further 200 roles will be cut in a bid to reduce a $1.1 billion deficit. Almost 600 health staff have already taken voluntary redundancy. Sarah Dalton of the Association of Salaried Medical Specialists says the timing of the cuts announcement right before Christmas is thoughtless. The French President Emmanuel Macron has nominated a centrist ally, Francois Bayrou, as next Prime Minister. The previous government collapsed last week after just 3 months. France has been in political turmoil since a snap election called by Mr Macron earlier this year resulted in a gridlocked parliament. The BBC's Hugh Schofield reports.
Francois Bayrou is one of the most experienced figures.
Still waiting for the news. How is it where you are this morning?
90s and a 3 times centrist candidate for the presidency. His Modem party, with more than 30 MPs, is part of President Macron's camp. But now Mr Bayrou's got the task of forming new alliances with groupings in Parliament on the left and right. It's not going to be easy, especially as the first pressing job is potentially the hardest, drawing up a new 2025 budget to replace the one that fell with Michel Barnier.
In Australia, Northern Territory's Chief Minister has called on the federal government to toughen rules for welfare payments in Alice Springs in a bid to cut down on violent crime. Leah Finocchiaro has spent 2 days meeting with community leaders and police. She is calling for welfare payments to be made on Monday or Tuesday, the 2 days when the sale of alcohol and takeaways is banned in the town. She also wants the parents of youth offenders to have 100% of their income managed by officials.
This is about making sure that we have a comprehensive and consistent response for Alice Springs to make sure there is community safety at all times.
Just doing a last few minute things before I get started.
Police say a string of violent incidents have occurred this month in Alice Springs. That's the news, and now with sport, here's Bridget Tunney.
Alrighty-o.
Black Caps skipper Tom Latham says Tim Southee will go down as one of the greats of New Zealand cricket. Southee is set to play his 107th and final test in Hamilton today.
Let's move this in here a little bit.
He's second on New Zealand's all-time test wicket-taking list, behind only Sir Richard Hadlee. Collingwood have an unassailable 2-0 lead in the series. Latham says they're determined to send Southee off with a win.
And he's been doing this one, that's the numbers that comes up around that. So that's just like the amount of test matches that he's had to be a big moment for his certainly miss him. The dressing room miss him. But yeah, he's going to have a long legacy that I'm sure will go on for a long time.
The test starts at 11. In football, the Wellington Phoenix women stretched their unbeaten run to 3 matches last night after coming from a goal down to draw 1-1 with the Melbourne victory. Wellington substitute Mania Elliott scored the equaliser in the 90th minute after the hosts took the lead early in the second half. An overhaul of training practices will put New Zealand's top gymnasts on a different timeline to their international peers. Gymnastics New Zealand has released new training guidelines that stop children under 7 joining a competitive pathway and restricts the hours that gymnasts of all ages can train. The changes come after athlete welfare issues were exposed in 2020.
I have got so many great disco songs to play today, so if you're into disco, this is the day for you. Just waiting for the news to finish. I don't normally pay attention to the news, it's always so miserable. morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Joy Temple. My name is Janie. You're listening to Hutt Radio, and I'm very excited to be with you here today. I love coming into the studio every Saturday. Only just probably another this week and next week for my show, and then I'm going to take a beautiful break over Christmas and do a little bit of travelling around the North Island, which will be fantastic. Now, we are live on the station 88.3 FM. If you're tuned in, we also live stream on iHeart Radio, so you can listen in wherever you may be in the world, which is fantastic. And I am also live streaming today on my Instagram, Janie Jans, and also on the Joy Temple YouTube, so that's a little bit different today. So you get to see behind the scenes what's happening, and you can even ask me some questions and join the commentary of the show. Now, I don't have a guest with me today, and I have decided to just do a whole show dedicated to the joy of disco music, because who doesn't love a bit of disco? I love disco. I think disco and dance are definitely my favourite kind of music genres. What's yours? Do you have a favourite kind of music that you love to listen to? And if you love disco, do you have a favourite song? You can always contact me on my social media, The Joy Temple. That's just it, The Joy Temple, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And you can let me know if you have a favourite disco song. I might even have it here on my queue to play today. Now, I would like to just say thank you again for tuning in. It's really lovely that you may be choosing to spend your Saturday morning with me. Hope you've got your platforms on, some glitter ready for some disco. I did actually put glitter on today. I've got this fabulous like puff glitter. I think I might have bought it in Brisbane like years and years and years ago. So I do have some sparkles on. I don't have any platforms on. It just didn't seem sensible to wear them to the studio. But I do feel like I'm in a bit of a disco mood today, which is exciting. Now, I would like to just do one thing I start my program with every week, and that's just to set a bit of an intention for the weekend. And this weekend, I just feel the intention is to, I think, just dance through the weekend, just feel that rhythm of the energy of music and the joy that brings, and let that flow through me for the weekend. I hope you have an intention that you might be, focusing on to help you get through as well. And I would like to also express some gratitude. Like, I'm so thankful for the people who tune in. I'm so thankful to have this beautiful radio show. And I am so thankful that there is only one more week of work. Anybody else getting ready to wind down for the year? It just feels really, really nice, doesn't it? Now, I would like to do the weather check, because it has been quite delicious, hasn't it? We have had a bit of wind, but we can deal with that. Today we're heading for a top of 22. That is amazing. A low of 17. That's not too bad either. We're currently sitting at 18 degrees. There'll be cloudy periods with northerlies. They'll be strong at times from late morning. It was quite strong this morning, in fact. And tomorrow, on the 15th of December, we are heading for a top of 23. Isn't that cool? No, isn't that warm? It will be mostly cloudy with the chance of a shower in the morning, and there will be fresh northerlies. So that is the weather forecast for the weekend. It is looking lovely. And we are heading up north for some time after Christmas, and I believe the weather should be quite spectacular. I'm very excited because I really do miss that hot summer. Coming from Australia, we would have those beautiful, hot, scorching summers, and we don't get that in Wellington. I can assure you of that, people. We do not get that. Okay, I'm going to kick off with a song straight away. The disco theme is what I'm running with today, so I've got lots of great classic disco songs to put out to you today. But I'm starting off with something that is by a band called the Purple Disco Machine. I just love, well, it's not a band, he's a DJ, and I just love the Purple Disco Machine. It's some of the music I dance to a lot, like every day I'll dance before I go to work. I love the joy that brings me, and I know it brings other people joy when they wake up and they see me dancing. It's daggy dancing, but who cares? It's still fun, and it makes me feel really good. So this is Purple Disco Machine, Don't Stop. So whatever you do, people, don't stop dancing. morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Hello, Emma Louise. How are you? Fancy. I still remember that day we met in South Melbourne. I'll never forget that. That was beautiful. I better turn this down a bit. It's a really good song, but I better put it down. They might block me for copyright. Although, you can always listen in on iHeartRadio as well, Hutt Radio, if you want to just listen to the music. Ah, hope you find a dance today. Morning, everyone. I'd love to know where you're joining in from. Say hello. Do you have a favourite disco track? Is disco your favourite music? I'd love to know all about what your favourite disco song is, if you have one. This is such a good song. So good. Not the kind of song you can, have your cup of tea with, because you'll be spilling your cup of tea everywhere. How's the weather in Australia, everybody? Is it feeling nice and toasty and summery? Oh, I better turn my phone on to silent. Do you know how embarrassing it is when you have your phone not on silent and then it makes a noise? Okay, muted. It's so hot here in our little studio, my God. I need to bring a little fan in. Right, do a bit of behind the scenes stuff here. No, got to go around here. Oh, so good. I might have done a workout after my show today. 2 hours of dancing. Oh wow, what a great way to start the show. That was Purple Disco Machine, Don't Stop. Oh, they are so good, so good. They have a lot of great YouTube stuff that he does where he might be at festivals, and it's just such uplifting music. I love it, just love it. Now last week we had Andrew Hardwick on the show. He came in to talk about ways that we can get through this time of the year, which can be quite stressful for people. It causes a lot more anxiety this year. There's a lot of things that can happen, the family dynamics, the finances, Christmas parties. There were so many things that we talked about. It was a really great conversation, and I think today I would just like to remind people that, you have total control over everything in your life. And, you might go to a Christmas party where you have, family dynamics that are uncomfortable or difficult. So you have the power to be able to react and respond in a way that will work best for you. And I know it can be really difficult. I shared one of my things that happened at a family Christmas party quite a few years ago that was pretty awful. And I think sometimes, you know, just making that decision to take ownership, not only of Christmas, but of your life, really can give you more of that power that you need to be in charge of your life. We also talked about finances, you know, not extending yourself too much over Christmas, like just taking it easy and, you know, thinking about other creative ways that you may be able to give gifts, such as, you know, buying things from the op shop, or even just doing a secret Santa, which is nice and easy. And, you know, live within your means. And people should be understanding that not everybody has the, you know, the money or the resources to be able to go big and go flashy, and that's okay, because sometimes the gifts that come from the heart are the ones that are very meaningful to everybody. So that was just a beautiful little reminder from our show last week. He also said flexibility is really important. Just be flexible around what's happening, because, you know, as I said, there's lots of stress, lots of pressure, lots of anxiety, and yeah, we just all need to be kind to each other, hey, and just know that this is one, Christmas Day is one day, but it is just so intense for so many people. So let that love shine out of your heart, and let that kindness lead. Regardless of how uncomfortable you may be feeling, you can be the one to set a really good example and be a really great role model for those around you. Now, let's get back to some disco, shall we? I have got so much disco queued up today. Where do you even start? There's so many great disco songs, and, you know, I haven't done the research. I'm not going to give you the years they come from. I'm not going to give you the albums that they all come from. All you need to know is that there is disco. Disco, disco, disco. I think we might start with Donna Summer, I Feel Love. This is our first disco track for today. Morning. Thanks for joining in. My name's Jenny, if you don't know me. I'd love to know where you are from. Do you have a favourite disco song? It's all about disco today on the show. Pretty good genre to be playing. I'm just about to share that it's Monkey Day. Better make sure my song's not finished. Still got a few to go, a few minutes. Get my microphone over here. It's such a shame I can't really turn the music up loud, otherwise I get blocked for copyright reasons. Which is hilarious because it's a radio station. You think we should be allowed to like just broadcast, hey? I don't want to get us shut down. I'll turn it up a little bit. Well, that was two great songs. On my disco special today, you're listening to Hutt Radio. My name is Jenny. Donna Summer, I Feel Love. So good. And Alicia Bridges, I Love the Nightlife. Oh, also so good. So many great disco songs. I don't think you can go wrong. Is there any bad disco songs? I feel like there can't possibly be any bad disco songs. However, the song I chose for my promo this week was Disco Duck. I think we should play it. It's kind of bad, but kind of good, but still bad. Here it is, Disco Duck. Does anyone remember this song? Disco Duck. It's so bad, it's good. And the film clip's hilarious. Do you have a favourite disco song? I'd love to know what it is, because I think so many people seem to love the same songs because they're so fantastic. Oh God, it's too good. Oh, that's too funny. I wonder if they were serious when they made this song. Maybe they were just on drugs, probably. Was the 70s. I'm looking for some other things to share, some, you know, fantastic, interesting days to share. What have we got going on today? Oh, I should do a one-hit wonders show. Might go for more than 2 hours. Oh my goodness, what a song. How good was that song if you just tuned in? You're listening to Hutt Radio. This is the Joy Temple. My name is Janie. I'm doing a disco special today, and that was Disco Duck. Part 1, apparently. So it appears there could be a part 2, although I don't know what it is, and I am actually not going to go and try and find it. Now this week, or last Sunday, right, let me get it together. Last Sunday, I went to the new Nai pool, and they were giving out free like wristband things that you could go and have a session at the pool. I think it was for about 2 hours. So they were doing it all day Saturday, all day Sunday. You fronted up to the library. They gave you a little band. You turned up at the pool and you went for a swim. Now, I've got to say that pool was a bit cold. A lot of people are saying the new Nai pool is a bit chilly, and look, I used to be a swimmer when I was younger. I would get up at 5 o'clock every morning to go swimming training in Brisbane because swimming was my life. But what's wrong with me now? I seem to have softened a bit because I don't really like the cold water, and I felt it quite chilly. The pool is beautiful. The complex is beautiful. Other feedback is that people said there's no clocks on the wall. So if you're having a swim and you don't have a watch on, you don't know what time it is. Like if you need to get to work, you don't know what time it is. But my favourite part of the new Nai pool was the tube ride. The water slide, they have 2 tube rides there, and that was so much fun. Shakti didn't come on the tube ride with me. I don't know that he's been on one of those before, and it might have been a little bit like wow for him, but he has assured me he'll come on it again next time. You have to walk up 3 flights of stairs to get to that, so that's a workout in itself, but it was a lot of fun. So if you do go to the pool, go and check out the tube because it was really, really good fun. Now, I want to share some national days, as I normally do on my show. Today is, get this everybody, it's Monkey Day. Yep, there's a day dedicated to monkey awareness, and it was started back in 2000 to celebrate all things to do with monkeys. It was started as a prank at a university in Michigan, United States, when somebody wrote a guy wrote in his friend's school diary, Monkey Day. He did it as a joke, but it turned out that they went on to now begin a whole awareness day around monkeys, and it's celebrated across the world. And if you have ever had any encounters with monkeys, you know they can be quite tricky creatures. So when I moved to India in 2019, our house or our apartment in India has beautiful balconies outside, but they have to have wire across them, otherwise the monkeys will come in. And we did in fact have a monkey in the house one day. I wasn't there when it happened, but my mother-in-law was in the lounge room. She heard a noise in the kitchen and went into the kitchen to see this very long tail hanging down onto the floor, and there was a very big scary male monkey in there. They are pretty scary and they can be quite feisty and can be a little bit dangerous, so you have to be careful. So that was one encounter that she had with a monkey. But I think my most hilarious moment of monkey encounters in India was waking up one morning to see not one but two monkeys on the railing of our balcony. And I'm like, what is going on here? And next minute, there was monkey business happening. So that was pretty funny. And when my mum came to India, we went to this beautiful place called the Nandi Hills, just outside Bangalore. It is absolutely magnificent up there. And India has the most incredible sunsets. If you get onto some of those high mountains, it's just really beautiful. And we decided we would get an ice cream at this little kind of kiosk. And a monkey tried to like climb up my mother's leg and steal her ice cream. So you really need to be aware of them. And I think that's similar in other countries, Thailand, places like that where they have monkeys around. So I would often go out for walks and, you know, I would steer clear of the monkeys because, you know, there's quite a lot of them. And they actually put a lot of, on a lot of the buildings, things like, I mean, this is pretty awful, but they'll put like glass so that the monkeys can't crawl along them and get into the buildings and houses and things like that. So it is National Monkey Day, a day to celebrate all things monkeys. Maybe you could do something today to get in the spirit of, you know, some monkey business. In 1939, The Wizard of Oz was released. They had flying monkeys in that movie. And then in 1941, the character Curious George debuted. And in 1959, the first monkey went into space. And her name was Miss Baker. And she did come back, which is fantastic. Now, speaking of Miss Baker, I think I might have a Ma Baker song. I'm sure I do. Let me find it. It is here somewhere. I know. I might have to cue that up in a minute. Let's go to the Village People, YMCA, on my disco special today on Hutt Radio. Thank you for tuning in wherever you may be. I'd love to know. I'm live streaming on my Instagram and also YouTube today. Oh, this is a song that would get everyone up on the dance floor. Oh, my throat's gone funny. Excuse me. Who remembers the dance? Hope you're dancing along. And I'd love to know what your favourite disco song is. Please let me know because, oh, it's just such great music. I've got so many songs to get through today. Woo! I've got to find Ma Baker. Where did it go? Can't find it. How's everybody's Christmas plans going? Are you getting all inspired? We had my work Christmas party yesterday, and I said to Shakti, you know, maybe we should like get some Christmas decorations, because him being Hindu, he doesn't really celebrate Christmas. I'm not that bothered by it. I just love to eat all the scorched almonds, to be honest. And we went to my work Christmas party. They had a little bit of a competition, and they were giving away a box that had been donated to our company. I work for government, so we have to declare things, and we decided that we would have a competition to see who guessed the amount that this little gift box cost. Shakti and another person in my team guessed $60. It wasn't $60. It was, oh, hang on. I've got to make sure the song's not stopping. It wasn't $60. It was actually $61. So they had to re-guess and see who got the closest. Let's put another song on. Anyway, Shakti ended up winning the gift box, and it had like some ginger beer, some crackers, some fruit mince pies, and it had a gorgeous tiny little Christmas tree that lit up. So now we've actually got a Christmas tree. So I'm pretty excited about that. Do you go all out on your Christmas decorations? Like, are you like Christmas bombing, or you're just a bit laid back, not bothered by it all? I'm not bothered by it all. Is anyone doing anything really exciting for Christmas, like going away somewhere exotic like Fiji or who knows, India? Doing anything exciting like that? We're going away after Christmas, but we'll be home for Christmas Day. We're going to go to the beach and have a picnic if the weather's really nice. I'll see how long I can go without getting kicked off again. Now somebody, I don't know if you guys, who's in New Zealand here, who might be in Lower Hutt, somebody suggested that we have a radio station fundraiser, and I organise like a dance party at one of the local venues here that kind of sponsors us, or we have something to do with. I think that's a fabulous idea. I'm catching up with all the other presenters tomorrow, so I'm going to put that out on the table to see if we can have a bit of a dance event and people can come along and just dance. Because it feels so good to dance. Well, there was another couple of great disco tunes for us, the YMCA by Village People. Who remembers that dance? I was doing it here in the studio. It's one of those things that I feel like people don't go dancing now and do that kind of stuff. I don't know, is it too ick? I'm not sure. But certainly if I was somewhere and I heard that come on the radio, or if I was at a dance club, I would do the actions because I just love it. And after that, I played Chic Le Freak. Oh, another classic, great song. It's 9:49 a.m. This is the Joy Temple. My name is Janie. You're listening to Hutt Radio. Thank you for tuning in. We are streaming on iHeartRadio, and I'm also YouTubing and Instagramming live today. So you can find me if you want to join in any conversation. Let me know what your favourite disco song might be, and I'd also love to know what you're doing for Christmas, because it is coming up. You know, just days away, and we are just planning on going to Eastbourne Beach, which is a beautiful little beach not far from home, if the weather is fine, and we will go and just enjoy some sunshine, take some great food, and just enjoy the day and spend some time together. We don't. Morning, Sue. How do you do? Beautiful morning, isn't it? I'll let you know about lunch. I should be good. Only 3 more days of work. Well, hang on, 5 more days, but 3 in the office. I'm trying to organise a dance, a disco down here in the Hutt to raise money. What a song. Wow, another fantastic disco track on my special today. You're listening to Hutt Radio. My name is Janie. Now, I've got another World National kind of day to celebrate. Today is More Good Today Day. That's a mouthful, isn't it? More Good Today Day. And this day was started in 2009 in honour of the Sandy Hook tragedy that happened in America. And it the intent was to emphasise that even in the time of, great darkness for people, there is always good to be found in the world. And it is a day dedicated to spreading kindness and generosity to make a positive impact on those around us. And every act, no matter how small, can make such a big difference to people's life. And I was talking to Andrew last week on the show about, helping to keep people's candles alight, our light, letting our light shine and doing what we can to let other people's light shine. For me, that's really important that I continue to, can do that has a positive impact on those around me. Not only makes me feel fantastic and makes me feel like I am, one person in this 8 billion people in the world whose joy is radiating to those around us. So it's really important for me to continue on my mission of spreading joy, love and kindness to others. So today is More Good Today Day. So if you get a chance, please do something nice for somebody else. It doesn't have to be anything to do with spending money. It could just be a beautiful, generous gesture or even a kind word that would just make people feel so fantastic. Speaking of fantastic and speaking of feeling good, let's have some more disco on this beautiful disco-y day. Let's hit Dancing Queen by ABBA. Can't get Apple Music to play your station because, Sue, it's not on Apple Music, it's on iHeartRadio. You need to go to iHeartRadio and the link is, I do have the link in my Facebook story, my Instagram story today. We live stream on our own website, huttradio.co.nz. We are live on 88.3, but we will always stream live on iHeartRadio, which is fantastic. Thank you to everyone who's listening in. Isn't that interesting that you could do it on Apple? Apple Music. Yeah, I don't know. I can check that out. We're having a catch up with all the presenters tomorrow. I can see what I can find out. But definitely iHeartRadio is a good place to start. I hope you've got something beautiful planned today, everybody. It's looking like a lovely day outside here in Wellington. What a great song this is. I think maybe I should just do a whole week of disco dancing songs at home for my TikTok. I'd never run out of good songs to dance to. So good. And Sue, I've been loving your 30 days of 12 days Christmas countdown. All your beautiful gifts. I love that. I once did that for my son when he was a little boy, and it was just so much fun. So, yeah, what a great thing for her to do. Such a good feeling thing as well. And you've had some amazing things that you've unwrapped. Plug my phone in. Charge you up. Right, let me see what else I can find to talk about today. Maybe what's happening tomorrow. Let's see what's happening tomorrow. Oh, I know. Gingerbread tea. Well, I don't think I need to explain who even that was, but I will. It was ABBA, Dancing Queen. What a great song for my disco special today. Now today is, get this, and I have never done this before. Today is gingerbread decorating day. And it is the day where you will get out your gingerbread house or make some gingerbread cookies and decorate them. And I always love the idea of making cookies and decorating them with that beautiful royal icing. But for me, sometimes it just doesn't go right. The icing doesn't dry. It slides off the edge of the biscuit. They don't look like gingerbread men sometimes. They just look like a bit of a dog's breakfast. But I never give up. I always keep trying. And I don't think I've ever made a gingerbread house or decorated one. We had a gingerbread house decorating competition at work this week. I didn't partake in that. But I feel like I really want to make a gingerbread house. I'm going to go and see if I can find one today. I think that would be a lot of fun to do as a Christmas activity, making gingerbread. So it is gingerbread decorating day. So if you've got nothing else planned, just know that you can do some decorating for your gingerbread. Find that perfect icing, and you probably can even buy some, I reckon, to make it a little bit easier, because it is a bit tricky, as I said, to make that royal icing. But if you've got a good recipe and you want to share it, please jump on my social media and share away, because yeah, I'd be keen to try again, but not make it a disaster. We don't need that this close to Christmas. Let's have another song. Let's play Boogie Oogie Oogie. Okay, the fire engines have seemed to be going away now. There's always a man across the street. He brings his trumpet and he busks across the street. I was thinking I haven't heard him yet, but here he is. He's coming. He's getting set up. Oh, what else will I play? My goodness, I've got so many great songs. I'm not too cool to boogie. I'll be back in a second, everyone. We need some Disco Inferno, everybody. This is the Tramps. Oh, what a great song this is. I love this, and I love this especially in Madonna when she does Confessions of the Dance Floor. If you watch that YouTube, it's so good, of her concert, and she has this in it. So good. She's wearing that white suit, like, whoa. Not that I'm obsessed with Madonna at all, but she's pretty cool. Although, is she pretty cool now? I don't know. Right, let's see what else we can talk about tomorrow. What else is happening this week? Ah, Tuesday, National Chocolate Covered Anything Day. That's my kind of day. Let's find out about that. Monday the 16th, right. I love this time of the year because scorched almonds, they're my favorite. Wow, that's a funny one. This week, tomorrow, no, Monday, chocolate covered anything day is coming up, which means you can just have anything covered in chocolate. Oh, Welcome back, everybody. This is the Joy Temple on Heart Radio. My name is Janny. Thank you for tuning in with me today for my disco special. I just love being here and playing some really uplifting music and just making a space for people just to feel like they can have some joy, no pressure, no stress, nothing. Just hear some good music, have some great conversations when my guests are here, and just enjoy some time, you know, just relaxing. It's 10:25 this beautiful Saturday morning. It's heating up outside, which is glorious. Now next week will be my last show of the year, and what I thought I might do is play some of the songs excuse me, that I've had from some of my fantastic guests who have joined us. There has been some really amazing people who've come into the studio over the past year and shared their stories with us, and they all brought some amazing music. So I'm really looking forward to playing some of those fantastic tracks for everybody next week. So tune in for that, my last show of the year. Now I've been doing a little bit of research of other things that we can tune into, like we've got National Monkey Day today, Gingerbread Decorating Day as well today, Do Good Things Day, and on Monday it's National Chocolate Covered Anything Day. Now, what is the weirdest chocolate thing you have ever eaten? For me, probably the weirdest chocolate thing I've ever eaten was dog chocolate. I don't know why. We used to have a really sweet dog in Brisbane. I'm going to tell you a story about our dog. We got this dog from a friend of mine. They had actually found the dog and nobody claimed this little puppy. So they trained the dog up. It was really it was a Rhodesian Ridgeback. Her name was Max. She was just gorgeous. And my son wanted a dog, and we'd been to look for a dog. Couldn't find one, and my friend said, well, we've got this dog, would you like her? She was just gorgeous, our little Maxie. And we decided we'd buy her some treats, got her some dog chocolate. I thought, this looks all right, so I decided I would try the dog chocolate. I didn't eat too much of it. It didn't do anything to me. It was just chocolate. But anyway, Max was pretty good at escaping sometimes, and she went missing one night, which was awful for us. So we did a bit of a drive around to see if we could find Max. And, you know, this is back in the early 90s. We didn't have her microchip. She did have a tag on with our address details on it and phone number. But we never found Max all night, and in the morning we received a phone call from a family who lived just along the road from where I lived, and they said, do you have a dog called Max? And we're like, yeah, and she's gone missing. And they said, that's okay, we've got Max. Max came to our house last night, and this house had a set of beautiful French doors. It was summer, the doors were open, and Max just decided to wander in and get up on their bed and go to sleep. So they just left Max where she was, which was really nice. That was kind of a nice dog story to share. But coming back to chocolate Covered Anything Day is happening on Monday the 16th. I'm reading here that people might like to dip their bacon in chocolate, or cover their bacon with chocolate. I don't eat bacon, so I won't be doing that. Chocolate coated pretzels, coffee beans, stories here of people even dipping their French fries into chocolate ice cream. How about that? You can just go crazy. It is the day to just have chocolate with anything. Good day to support your local chocolate shop if you are so inclined. There we go. Chocolate Covered Anything Day. There really is a day for everything and anything, isn't there? But today is the day for disco. It's 10:29. I've got about half an hour left on my show, so I'm just going to play some more music. Now, Andy Gibb was a big star in his own right, and I will play some Bee Gees as well. I might play Bee Gees after this, but he was one of the kind of first people on the disco scene, my understanding is, and this is his song Shadow Dancing. Oh my, time flies when you're having fun. It's disco, disco, disco here today. Oh, I've played some great songs and there's still more to come. I've still got half an hour on my show. Ah, disco, I love you. Welcome back. It keeps dropping out. I don't know whether there's a Wi-Fi problem or whether it's not liking my songs I'm playing and therefore I'm being copyright harassed. How dare they? This is my show. I should be allowed to play what I like and live stream it. Right, what else will I play? I'm looking for my next song. Oh, this is Stomp. What am I going to play after this? There's so many. I've only got 20 minutes left. I have to coordinate my songs I want to play now. Normally I just wing it, but there's too many and I have to decide which ones I need to get on air before I finish today. Oh wow. Oh, the disco, that, like, how do you even choose what disco song to play when there is so many amazing, amazing, amazing songs? Normally when I come into the studio I would just like randomly pick stuff to play, but with disco I just have so many that I want to get on air before I finish off this morning that I've actually started to make a list. Now I'm not a big list maker. I'll occasionally make a list if it's something really important I need to keep a track of, but usually I just